so I did not cover this, and we left off talking about Seligman and the 3 stages: alarm, resistance, and exhaustion. Right? We talked about psychoneuroimmunology. So now what we want to do is talk solely about how to manage stress. Absolutely just how you can manage stress in your life. So when we talk about this, your textbook does it as kind of a monopoly layout. They call it the stress game. So let me show you that slide, and then I'll come back to this so you can write all this down. Let me just show you this. What your textbook talks about is that when you encounter stress, we start off here, and if there is some type of problem, failures, personal losses, frightened events, time pressures, insults, whatever is out there in your world that may be the stimulus to induce the fight or flight reaction, which is part of the sympathetic part of the autonomic nervous system, whatever that engages, then you get into the stress game. But really, perceive stress as a threat. That's the key. Okay? If you don't perceive what's going on in your environment as a threat, or dangerous to you, or upsetting to you, stressful, then you don't get stressed. And I think an interesting example of that is this crazy LBJ we have now, with all the traffic that's on there and construction, and the lanes kind of go this way as you drive, and sometimes the exit you want to get off on is not there anymore because they changed it or they closed it down, and then you get stuck in traffic. If you get stuck in traffic and then you kind of look at other people, sometimes you see some people like white knuckles around their steering wheel. I guess like, I hate LBJ, just hate this, And what they're doing is that they perceived LBJ as what? Pain in the butt, it's stressful, I hate this, and now they're in this stress game. Other people say, well, what can I do? Okay, it's LBJ, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they're doing construction. And what you see them doing is they may crank up the music and they're hitting their steering wheel because they're bouncing along to the music. But they're not in the stress game, because what they're doing is they're saying, well, what else can you do? You're just going to sit here. So they don't get stressed whatsoever. So it's really how you interpret what's going on in your environment. Remember the last chapter we talk about emotions, and it's how you interpret what's going on that may induce upsetting thoughts. So that's what most of us do. By the way, this is such a survival instinct. Remember, it's fight or flight to stay alive, that it's really hard to think your way out of this, because your body just goes, oh, stressful, I need to protect you, so kick in the fight or flight response. So it's hard to do this. What most of us need to do is that once it's induced, and you're in the stress game, okay, then you need to do something to drop it. So what is the stress game? Once you get into it, right, what happens is that you have upsetting thoughts, which can increase the bodily effect, autonomic nerves reaction, which can increase upsetting thoughts, which can increase ineffective behavior, which increasing upsetting thoughts. You see, there's a cycle that goes on here. Now, if you're going to try to reduce stress, manage stress in your life, you need to be able to reduce one of these. And if you reduce one of these, since it's a closed circuit, then you'll reduce the other. Reduce this, it'll reduce this, reduces this, reduce this, reduces this. It's a closed circuit. So if you want to learn to manage stress in your life, and recognize I don't use the word control stress. That's impossible. I don't think you're going to control stress. But the best thing you can do is manage your reactions to it. And then when stress hits you, you're trying to reduce the harmful effects of it. Because you don't want to go over the line where stress becomes debilitating, nor do you want to use the other analogy, push the engine to the red line and keep it there. So, how do we manage stress? Well, the first thing we might want to do in that stress strain triangle is manage bodily reactions. So here you're all built up with stress, like, what's going on? I hate LBJ. Well, one of the things you might want to do, since your body's already in it, is go work out, exercise. What is the sympathetic reaction? It's going to gear your body up to fight or to run, right? Fight or flight. So you already have all this energy, and then we come home and we say, God, I got all this energy. I'm too tired to work out. And then you just sit there with all this fight or flight energy. So if you go work out, what are you doing? You're working out all of that energy, getting it out of your system. Those of you who exercise, after you're done, you're physically exhausted. However, you've worked out all that stress. It's gone. It's gone. So one way to manage stress is to exercise. But what happens to a lot of us, we are emotionally exhausted and we just sit there with all this stress. 2, if you want to reduce this, you might want to learn meditation. And what meditation would be, focusing on a thought, an image, a visual, a sound, and as you focused on it, what you're going to do is induce the parasympathetic part of your nervous system to slow you down. Right? Because what do you think about when you meditate? Nothing, right? Or an image or a sound. You don't have all that crazy making thoughts of, well, later on today I need to do this, and let me figure out my grades. Now, I didn't understand what he was saying before about those grades, and last night so-and-so said something to me, and I didn't like what they said, so when I see him today, I'm going to, those thoughts that run through your head all the time. Well, with meditation, you're trying to shut all those down, and when you do that, you relax. What I'm going to show you in 15 or 20 minutes is how to do a progressive mental relaxation, relaxing each and every part of your body to get you out of the sympathetic reaction and into the parasympathetic reaction, and to relax. Guided imagery will also help you relax. What is guided imagery? Is when you begin to think of some place and visualize a very comfortable, relaxing, peaceful place. If you see it in your brain does not know the difference between what's happening in reality and what you're thinking about. So if you see yourself, laying on a beach, perfect temperature, listening to the waves come in, if you visualize that and see that, your brain says, oh, we must be there, since we're thinking about it, and you'll induce the parasympathetic. When I do this relaxation with you, I'll ask you to visualize yourself in a very comfortable, relaxed, positive place. And then we'll talk about that. So managing your bodily reactions, if you can do this, then this will reduce upsetting thoughts and get you to calm down with your behaviors. I need to go back here for a second because I got all of these slides set up that at this point I usually do the relaxation with you. So let me just skip down and I'll come back to it. The second part of stress management is going to be modifying ineffective behaviors. Okay? Did I skip B? No, okay. Modifying ineffective behaviors. So in this one, what you're trying to do is just slow yourself down. What happens to a lot of us is kind of like, do you remember the boiled frog syndrome? Okay, where slow, gradual change we don't recognize? Well, that's what stress does. We slowly, gradually begin to have that accumulate on us. So one of the things is that you might want to just think, slow down. After this class, I got to go to work, so I jump in the car and I drive to work as fast as I can. Well, drive as fast as you can. Well, let your foot go down on the gas pedal, I guess. But the rest of your body, you might want to think, just slow it down. I'll get there. I'll get there when I need to. A lot of modifying ineffective behavior is what we call life management skills. So one life management skills is learning how to organize yourself. Because a lot of you induce stress in your lives because you're not organized. You're always looking for something, okay, and that induces stress. A lot of you do not have time management skills. You're always running late. And when you're always run late, that induces stress. So what you're trying to do is learn maybe time management skills, organization skills. Maybe you want to learn effective decision-making skills, conflict resolution, effective communication. All of those may help you with ineffective behavior. When stress gets too big, when you get emotional, a lot of our skill sets in terms of life management skill sets go away, okay? Which that just increases more stress in our lives. Strike a balance in your life. There's work and there's play, and there's a time for both. Some play too much, which then causes more stress when you have to get things done, and others of you work too much, and don't add a little play in every once in a while. Strike a balance that's there. Recognize and accept what your limits are. Recognize and accept what your limits are. I'm not saying don't work hard. I'm just saying just recognize sometimes, no matter how hard you work at math, okay, you just don't have a math brain. Okay, so just pass, right? Some things you just need to pass with to get on. So you just don't do that well. Why get so stressed out about it? Recognize and accept your limits. One of the things that people find is very effective is to write about your stress. Write about your feelings. Get it down on a piece of paper. Write it out. Because what happens to a lot of us, our stress builds up inside of us, and then there's as if a cloud comes over our eyes and we don't see clearly. Well, if you can write about it, then you get it out, then you can look at it and you can say, oh, that was pretty irrational. Why was I thinking that? Sometimes just talking to a friend of yours helps because you get it out. The other day I mentioned a word. I said we all need to have bitch buddies, somebody that we can just get things out to. Well, if you don't have that person, you can write it down. Okay? Somebody you can just release things on. As a practicing therapist, sometimes that's what I do as a therapist. Just let people talk, and they get it out. And if you know how to listen correctly, they'll figure things out for themselves because they get out of here, then they see it right here. That's that way. So it's part of just getting things out for yourself. And the last thing, which is probably the most difficult thing to do to reduce stress in your life, okay, is avoid upsetting thoughts. What you think will lead to what you feel. How you think will lead to how you feel. Manage your thinking and you'll manage your emotional states. Easier said than done, right? Emotional people, easier said than done. What you need to learn are coping statements. You want to try to stay away from words like have to, got to, must, should, I better, because all of those words can induce stress in your lives. I've got to do this. I should do this. I must do this. I've got to do this. I better do this. When you use those types of words that are very demanding on you, that could induce the sympathetic part of the nervous system, if that's there. So you might want to be more permissive with yourself by changing have to, got to, must, better to I want to. Now this is a game, right? This is going to be a mind game. I want to. You have your 4th test coming up. Still a couple of weeks away, right? I want to study for my next test. No, I don't. Right? I don't want to study for the next test. I should, I have to, I got to, I must, I better study for my next test. But for some of you, that induces stress. So here's the game. You ask yourself, well, what happens if I don't study for the next test? Well, I'll probably fail. Do you want to fail? No, I don't want to fail. Oh, so I guess you want to study for your next test. It's a mind game that's there, but in the end, what we find, the more permissive you are with yourself, and I don't mean that in a negative way, I mean just give yourself a break. This is what I want to do. I want to exercise. I don't know about that, all right? I tell you, if you get into exercising and you form a habit for exercise, you do want to exercise. I mean, I run every morning, and some mornings I don't want to, and I get up and do it anyway, but a lot of times it's, yeah, I want to. What do I feel like when it's done? I feel pretty good. Oh, I guess I want to do this. What does it feel like to get a good grade on a test? Well, pretty good. Well, I guess you want to. What would it be like when I get an A and a B in this class and that lets me into so-and-so program? Then I graduate from that program and I'm doing something I always wanted to do and I'm making a lot of money. Wow, that'll make me feel good. Well, I guess I want to study for this test. So what winds up happening is that what you're trying to do is that you're trying to change your thinking. Coping statements. I'm not there just yet, but if I hang in there, I'll get through this semester. How about that? It's a process. I'll get there. How many more semesters do I have to go for school? Oh, I got 10 more semesters. That's a long time. Don't think 10 more semesters. Just think getting this semester done. Coping statements to calm you down. Hey, lighten up, right? Lighten up with some of your thinking. Okay? Instead of always putting so much pressure on yourself and being negative about yourself, lighten up. I'm in the process of learning. I'm getting better. So-and-so just broke up with you. Yeah, I know. It's upsetting. It hurts. It's painful. But you know what? There's a process of recovery. You're just in the beginning. Hang in there. I'll get there. Hang in there. I'll get there. Remember we talked about this last one? Forgive and appreciate. We did this quite a few weeks ago. Psychologically healthy people have learned to forgive themselves and other people instead of being angry and upset about so much. Forgiving myself and other people. I'm not saying what you did was okay with me. I still don't like what you did. But for my sake, I need to let go of this anger, this frustration, this hurt, this pain, because I want to get through this process. Forgiveness of myself and or other people. And then appreciate life. Isn't it nice that it's nice and chilly now? No, I hate the cold. I know, but it's nice. Remember when it was 104 degrees? It was so hot. So let's just kind of say, well, it's nice to feel a little chill in the air. That's there. You see if the leaves are starting to change? That's pretty to watch that. No, I hate leaves. They blow all over the place. No, it's pretty. We're going to change in seasons. All things shall pass. I mean, come on. It's a seasonal that's here. Can you appreciate that? Holiday season. We had the first holiday, Halloween. Okay, and then we have another holiday, Thanksgiving, and then all the religious holidays after that. It's a good time. No, it isn't. It's a lot of work. I work in retail and I hate it. Well, it's Christmas time. They come in and they really bother me. I know, but you're making more money, but you're busy. Be what? Optimistic about things. Change your thinking around. Appreciate your life. You with me? Oh, all this can reduce stress instead of being so upset all the time. I think I got most of the people here now. I hope. I'm going to go do this progressive mental relaxation with you. And as I do this, if you find that the door opens and closes and that upsets you, that the door opens and closes, disregard it, all right? And try to go back to relax. All right, so what I'm going to do is do what's called a progressive mental relaxation. If you don't want to do this, you don't have to do this, okay? This is not a requirement of the class, but it does give you an opportunity, okay, during the class to close your eyes, all right? This is the only class that you'll actually have that part of the assignment is to close your eyes, all right? So then let me tell you what I'm going to do first, all right? What I'm going to do is take you through what's called a progressive mental relaxation. So we're going to relax each and every part of our body progressively, starting from the top of your head, moving down to your feet. And if you can relax in these chairs, okay, then you can probably relax anywhere. As I do this, if you want, you can always put your head down on the table if that makes it easier for you as well. All right, now, so let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you to focus all of your attention on different parts of your body, starting from the top of your head down to your feet. So I'll say something like, what I want you to do is I want you to focus all of your attention on all the tiny muscles in your face and your scalp, and just slowly and easily allow all those muscles to begin to relax. And I'll take you through in a slow pace all of the different muscles. So really try to do that. If at any time your mind drifts off and you start thinking about other things, pull it back and remember, focus on what I'm asking you to do. Just relax. I'll go through your whole body. As I do this, my voice intonations and articulation is going to change. So I'll slow down my language to like this. And as I slow it down, I may also enunciate more. And I may say something like, relax. Allow yourself to relax more and more. So if that's funny, laugh now. Let's get it all out. And then when I do it, you'll be used to that, okay? All right, so I'll do that. Then I'm going to count down from 5 to 1 and ask you to relax a little more and more. While we're there, I'll say a little bit about relaxing. And then what I'll do is I'm going to ask you to visualize. See yourself in a very relaxed, calm, positive place. If it's negative, don't go there. Pull it back, okay? A relaxed, calm, positive place. Could be indoors or outdoors. Really see yourself there. See if you can really keep that image. That's called guided imagery, okay? See if you can really see it. Then I'm going to talk with you a little bit more about relaxing. Then I'm going to count up from 1 to 5 and ask you to open your eyes again. All right? That's it. All right, so if you want to do this, please do this. If you don't want to do it, then just sit there. Just don't get up. Don't answer your phone. Don't bother anybody else. Just sit there. All right, this whole thing is done with your eyes closed. It's much easier to do with your eyes closed. If you don't want to do that, you can look at me, and I'll wave at you as we go through this. Okay, you ready? All right, so why don't you take one deep breath just to start getting your body ready to relax. Just one nice deep breath. And then close your eyes and get yourself ready to relax. For what we're going to do is we're going to relax each and every part of your body progressively, starting from the top of your head and then moving down towards your feet. And as I do this, you'll listen to my voice, even though it may go down to a whisper from time to time. If at any time you find that your mind begins to drift off and you think about other things, pull it back and focus on relaxing. Allow yourself right now to focus all of your attention on the top of your head, your scalp, and all the tiny muscles in your face, around your eyes, your nose, your mouth, and your chin. And to the best of your ability, see if you can just slowly and easily feel these muscles to begin to relax. Really begin to feel these muscles beginning to relax. See if you can just let yourself go and feel these muscles beginning to relax. Just relaxing these muscles the best way you can. Just beginning to feel yourself relaxing all of the muscles around your scalp and in your face as you slowly and easily allow these muscles to relax. Allow yourself right now to relax all of the muscles now in the back of your neck and your shoulders. Oh, see if you can just slowly and easily allow all the muscles in the back of your neck and your shoulders to begin to relax. Just feel the stress beginning to drop away from the back of your neck and your shoulders. Just slowly and easily allowing these muscles to begin to relax. Slowly and easily allow these muscles to begin to relax. Just feel these muscles beginning to relax more and more, more and more. Just slowly and easily letting them go. More and more, more and more. Relaxing more and more, more and more. Just letting yourself go more and more. Now allow all of the muscles in your chest as well as your stomach to begin to relax. Slowly and easily allow all of the muscles in your chest and your stomach to begin to relax. Slowly and easily allow all of these muscles to begin to relax. More and more, more and more. Just feeling these muscles begin to relax. more and more. Just letting yourself go, letting all of the muscles in this area beginning to relax more and more. Just allowing these muscles to relax more and more. Just letting yourself go more and more, more and more. Now allowing yourself to relax all the muscles in your back as well as your pelvic area. Just allowing all the muscles to relax in your back as well as your pelvic area. Slowly and easily allowing all of these muscles to begin to relax. Slowly and easily allowing all of these muscles to begin to relax. Just letting yourself go. Letting every fiber, every organ of your being to become more and more relaxed. More and more relaxed. Allowing all the muscles now in your arms and your hands to begin to relax. So feel all the muscles in your arms, your hands, and your fingers to beginning to relax more and more. Beginning to relax more and more. Just letting yourself go more and more. Relaxing more and more. Allowing yourself right now to relax all the muscles in your legs and your feet. So allowing all the muscles in your thighs, your calves, and your feet to begin to relax. Slowly and easily allowing all of these muscles to begin to relax more and more, more and more. Just letting yourself go more and more, more and more. Relaxing more and more. If at any time your mind starts wandering away, you start thinking about other things, pull it back and focus on relaxing. For what I'm about to do is I'm going to count from 5 down to 1. And when I get down to the count of 1, you allow all different parts of your body to begin to relax more and more. You allow your body to relax more and more. Beginning to count now. 5. Allowing yourself to relax more and more with each and every count. Allowing yourself to relax more and more with each and every count. Relaxing, relaxing, more and more, more and more, more and more. Down to the count of 4. Relaxing more and more, more and more, more and more. Down to the count of 3. Relaxing more and more. Letting every fiber, every organ of your being to become more and more relaxed. More and more relaxed. Down to the count of 2. Relaxing more and more, more and more. Down to the count of 1. Relaxed, relaxed, calmly and comfortably, calmly and comfortably, relaxed, allowing yourself to be fully relaxed. As you relax like this, you recognize and believe that you'll be able to relax like this at any time that you want. All you have to do is practice this. All you have to do is practice this. As you relax like this, now let your mind wander. But this time, let your mind wander and see yourself in a very relaxed, calm, positive place. See yourself there, very relaxed, calm, positive. See it, feel it, believe it, expect it, for it can and will be a reality. See it, feel it, expect it, believe it, for it can and will be a reality. For you recognize and believe that the more you do this, the better you'll get at this. The more you do this, the better you'll get at this. See it, feel it, believe it, expect it, for it can and will be a reality. See it, feel it, believe it, expect it, for it can and will be a reality. Because you recognize and believe that you can bring back these feelings anytime that you want. All you have to do to bring back these feelings is to practice this and say to yourself, calm and relaxed. Calm and relaxed. Calm and relaxed. And as soon as you say that, you'll be able to induce this feeling of relaxation. See it, feel it, believe it, expect it. Calm and relaxed. Calm and relaxed. All you have to do to bring back this feeling of relaxation is to practice this. Say calm and relaxed, or bring back your visualization. Or if you want to relax, you can just bring back this visualization. See it, feel it, believe it, expect it, for it can and will be reality. See it, feel it, believe it, expect it, for it can and will be reality. Continue to relax calmly and in comfort, with the recognition and the belief that the more you practice this, the better you get it, and you will be able to learn to do this. See it, feel it, believe it, expect it, for it can and will be reality. See it, feel it, believe it, expect it, for it can and will be reality. For what I'm going to do is I'm going to count from 1 up to 5. When I reach the count of 5, you'll open your eyes, be relaxed and refreshed with a positive expectation that you will be able to learn to do this. 1. Allowing yourself to wake up with each and every count at your own pace, at your own speed. Allowing yourself to wake up with each and every count. 2. Allowing yourself to wake up with each and every count, a little bit more with each and every count, getting ready to open your eyes, be relaxed and refreshed with a positive expectation that you will be able to do this. 3. Allowing yourself to wake up more and more with each and every count, getting ready to open your eyes, relaxed and refreshed with a positive expectation that you can and will be able to do this. Getting ready to open your eyes, relaxed and refreshed with a positive expectation that you will be able to do this. And 5, slowly opening your eyes, relaxed and refreshed with a positive expectation that you can and will be able to do this. And at your speed, at your own time. And 5, slowly opening your eyes, relaxed and refreshed with a positive expectation that you can and will be able to do this. And 5, slowly opening your eyes, relaxed and refreshed with a positive expectation that you can and will be able to do this. And 5, slowly opening your eyes, relaxed and refreshed with the positive expectation that you can and will be able to do this. So, were you relaxed? It may take you a little while to answer this one. So as you answer this, what I want you to think about is, what was your experience? What did you experience? What you experienced may be very important to you. Because if you can remember what you experienced, then you can develop what's called an anchor and get that feeling and then be able to bring it back anytime that you want. So let's see what you did. All right, so 85% of you said yes. There's 3% said no. Some were kind of neutral. Some of you are very stressed, okay? And it's very hard to get for you to learn to induce this, because you can induce the parasympathetic part of your nervous system. A lot of your breathing has changed. It's more deeper breathing now. It's an important skill to learn. So let me ask you, what did it feel like to be relaxed? Those of you, 80-something% that were relaxed. Yes?
I felt like I was getting ready to go to sleep.
Feel like you were just drifting off, ready to go to sleep. Maybe get into stage 2 sleep, maybe, as you drift off that way. Good. That's pretty darn relaxed for you. What else did you experience? See, we've gotten used to not talking, so somebody raise their hand.
I could,
you what?
like, I could hear you,
Right.
but I was starting to drift off.
You're starting to drift off. Yeah, but I was kind of in the background, right? So that's a pretty relaxed state, right? We talked about going from stage 1 to stage 2, and we talked about that. Of sleep, that's there. You're really drifting off. You were probably in an alpha states that were there, very relaxed states. Some of you may have felt a little light, that you were floating. Okay? Others of you may have felt very heavy. You didn't want to move. Some of you couldn't relax one part of your body. It might have been your neck, your chest. That could be a stress spot for you. That's there. Did you visualize? All right, all right. Hopefully you visualized. I asked you to visualize. See yourself in a very calm, relaxed, peaceful place, positive place. So think about you relaxing. Think about you being there. What the research on the brain tells us, what you see, what you think is what you do. It's how your brain will then interpret what's going on. If you're laying there and looking at this, and you're there looking at that, or maybe you're sitting there looking at this, or maybe you were there on this one, feeling the mist, smelling the salt water, the more senses you can induce during a visualization, the more powerful it's going to be, or something like that. Okay? Were you there? Again, if you were there and you visualized it, your brain thinks that's real. And therefore, it will induce the parasympathetic and slow you down. So if you want to learn to do this, you need to what? Maybe go to sleep tonight. Before you go to sleep, lay there and do what I just did with you. All right? Relax each and every part of your body progressively, one step at a time. If your mind drifts off, come back. Mind drifts off, come back. Each and every part of your body progressively. The worst that could happen tonight will be that you fall asleep before you finish this. Those of you who have trouble going to sleep, wow, this might be a good method to doing this, because you're totally focusing on your body, not thinking about anything else. It's a form of meditation. Or maybe what you can do is visualize your spot. See yourself there. Tune into it. Tune in. Your mind drifts away, tune back in. Mind drifts away, tune back in. You'll be able to induce that. Or maybe what you want to do is just say to yourself, calm and relaxed. And then when I say to myself, calm and relaxed, oh, there it goes. My shoulders drop. My neck drops a little bit. My breathing changes. Calm and relaxed. Take a deep breath right now. Good. Okay, most of you are taking a nice, correct, deep breath. Some of you don't know how to breathe. It's an odd thing to say. When we take deep breaths and the parasympathetic part of our nervous system is induced, we breathe from our diaphragm. Those of you who took singing lessons, you breathe from your diaphragm. So let me show you. To breathe correctly when you take a deep breath, what you're really trying to do, the easy thing for me is to breathe in through my nose. I breathe in through my nose, and when I take a deep breath, my stomach goes out. And then when I exhale, my chest goes out. So it's... Most of you, when I say take a deep breath, you do this, you go, and your chest takes it all in, and then you push your stomach out. That's not the correct way of breathing. That's how we breathe when the sympathetic part of our nervous system is induced. So one of the things you might want to do is take a correct deep breath. Do one right now. Stomach out, then push your chest out. Breathe in through your nose. Stomach out. Exhale, chest. That's the correct. By the way, some of you, if you do too many of those, you're going to get a little lightheaded. Why? Because you're not used to breathing correctly. You're changing, when you do this, you're changing the oxygen and carbon dioxide levels. If you're ever stressed, take a deep breath. Good, effective, deep breath from down here. Let it go. Think you can learn to be relaxed? Wow, it's an incredible skill. Incredible skill to be able to do this. Try it every night when you go to sleep. See if you can learn to do this. Still with me?